Hey everyone, welcome to my slow, relaxed morning routine. If you're new here, my name's Morgan and welcome to my channel, Actualized AF, where we talk all things designing a life you love. And I'm gonna share some super helpful tips that help me not only have a routine, but help me really prioritize everything that will help shift my life into the direction of making my dreams and my goals come true. And the first thing is making time for myself. And I'm going to talk about this while I do my skincare routine using Zoe Skin Health products. And I got these from Relive Health in Chamblee, Georgia. It's a great health spa if you're looking for a health spa. But like I was saying, every single day, especially as women, we are called to perform in different areas of our lives, whether that's through partnership, employment, motherhood, sisterhood, whatever. And we're always called to have certain responsibilities in different areas of our lives. And it can be difficult to take care of ourselves. But for real, how else can you build your own life and a life that you love when you're so focused on everyone else's? And I know that's easier said than done, but setting a boundary for 30 minutes, 1 hour, an hour and a half, however long you need to get ready to face the world every single day is crucial. And that's kind of how I frame it in my brain. I'm preparing myself to face the world, to face the realities of the world, because I know the world can be tough. The world can be a brutal place, but also it can be great if you set yourself up for success and set up your mind and basically build a shield for yourself and your face to have success throughout the day. So that is what I consider this hour of time in the morning to take care of myself, is building up a shield, building up strength, but also building up a capacity to take care and prioritize what I need to do to make my dreams come true. So that's my number one tip. My second tip is to wear sunscreen. And I'll say this a little bit later and I'll tell you why later, but it deals with getting outside and just making sure that you get in that vitamin D, that vitamin D from the sun, okay? And taking care of my skin was one of my goals for this year. So I make sure that the first thing that I do when I wake up is brush my teeth, do my skincare routine, and prepare for the day. And that even means preparing for the sun that I will eventually face. So after I get myself ready, I get my home ready, and I take a moment to really embrace my home and the mornings in my home and make time to remind myself why I appreciate, why I'm grateful for my space. So I make sure that I open up all the windows, get in some natural sunlight, open the doors, and change out the air. And this really helps bring in a fresh view, a fresh perspective for the day. And of course, I make my coffee. And this time in the morning when I'm by myself with my home is so important to me because I worked so hard to get this home and maintain this home. And when I'm sitting in my home by myself, just looking around and looking out the windows, I love it because it reminds me, it's a great reminder, just sitting and looking around is a great reminder of, how hard you worked, and it's a celebration of your small wins in life. Of course, and then I feed my doggy, Gnarls Barkley. And if you missed her morning routine video, I'm gonna link it here, but make sure you take a look at everything that Gnarls does during her mornings. But for now, she's just making a cameo in this video. And I realized that prepping for people and pets, even before they come downstairs, is a game changer, because once they come down from waking up, they're not asking you for anything. Everything's already ready. So you can ease into interaction, even when it's with pets and with the people you live with. All right, next up, I set my coffee to stay warm, so I don't drink it just yet. I just set it up and get it prepared. I give myself something to look forward to. So that's another tip. Give yourself something to look forward to. I really want to make sure that I can sit down and enjoy my coffee. So I just set it aside, have it ready, and do all of the tasks that require me to move around and be in motion first, and then I come back to drinking my coffee a little bit later. So I go out, and this is something new that I've added to my routine. So I'm gonna look a little bit crazy, don't mind me, but I go out into my backyard, again, look around, be grateful and thankful. I just literally take in my backyard every single morning because I love it so much. But I started to do Tai Chi in the morning, which is really funny because I look crazy and I didn't realize that my head was cut off in these clips, but just getting some morning movement and also moving the blood around the body is incredibly important. And I've been studying a little bit of Qigong, which is Eastern, philosophy and way of life. And I really love it. I'm not going to go into detail now, but it's basically moving the energy throughout your body. And I realized that by doing so, I'm moving the negative energy out, actively moving energy through my body and having a mind to body connection so that I can start my day fresh and really start with a positive mentality and, being healthy and moving the blood throughout my body instead of having it stay stagnant throughout the day. So I love this, and I love stretching in the mornings, and I love watering my plants in the mornings as well. It just says, again, taking time and sitting with the things that I love, which is the nature around my home. Then I head inside and pick up my journal, my book, and here's what I've been waiting for, a little cup of coffee. And I know some girls have switched to matcha. I'm not there yet, okay? I don't have that much anxiety, so I can still take in my coffee for now. But I just sit down with my coffee, my book, and my journal. And what I do is I start my morning meditation and my morning manifestation session. So I just light a little incense that I made at one of my friends' incense making workshops. If you're interested in doing that in Atlanta, you can check out her Instagram, Traces of Akoya, and she does really amazing incense making workshops here in Atlanta. And then I open up my journal. I love this journal. This is the Exceed journal from Walmart. It's just $12, and I like it because when you write it in it, the pen doesn't bleed through the pages, and it's a great writing experience. So for the writers in the group, if you know, you know. And then what I do is I write out 2 pages, and here I am thinking, because I got to think about it, but I put a lot of thought into what I write in the mornings. And in my first page, I write out 3 affirmations every morning, and I repeat them throughout the page. So it'll be affirmation 1, 2, 3, and then I'll write it again, 1, 2, 3. And this helps me set my intention for the day, yes, but also it reminds me of the vibe that I'm feeling and things that I might need to work through. So if I'm, maybe having anxiety about, relationships or building boundaries or something like that, I'll write my affirmation around that to remind myself of my power. So it's not just journaling, it's not just writing out affirmations. You're literally every morning having to remind yourself of the power that you have to change your life and to design a life you love. And reminding yourself of the power doesn't come from having the power itself. It comes from the daily activities and the daily tasks that you do with yourself, not with anyone else. When you sit with yourself and go through those daily tasks of reminding yourself of your power, that's where the power comes from. So I encourage you to find ways, whether it's writing affirmations or whatever you need to do, find your power daily. And I do this through, number one, my affirmations, but number two, my morning manifestation journaling. And I love doing this. I just actually recently started doing this, but on the back page of my affirmations, I write out basically a journal entry written from the perspective of my future self. So, for example, one of my manifestations was from December 31st, 2024. And I was writing as if that day, this year had already happened and all of the things that I would accomplish. So if you want some more info about manifestation journaling, just let me know and I might make a video on it. The next thing that I do is I read, and I made a goal this year to read at least 10 pages a day in the mornings, and I've been doing pretty well with that. So right now I'm reading 101 Essays to Change the Way You Think, and I linked this in my Amazon storefront below. But again, this is a great book for those daily reminders of your power and daily reminders of things that you can be thinking about to basically change your life or to change the way you think. And yeah, this is a great book for reminding yourself of your power. Okay, and the next thing that I do is get in movement. I recently started doing this because I actually realized that I can use a shelf that I hadn't been using in my home and just make it a little laptop stand for the treadmill. So when I'm on the treadmill, I just check my emails and do all of my admin tasks. And before I get started with work, I go down to the kitchen and make a little breakfast. I'm trying to do more whole foods and organic foods. So I make three hard-boiled eggs, and I just had some leftover salmon from the night before. So I just heated that up. And I love this little machine, this little doohickey. I got this from Marshall's, but I linked one on Amazon below, and it basically cooks your eggs for you. You don't have to worry about putting them on the stove. You can make an omelet in this, you can make scrambled eggs in this, but I just use it basically to make hard-boiled eggs. And I sit down and I have a little bit of brekkie, again, enjoying that natural light in the morning. And then it's time for me to just start work. So when that light comes on, show up as her. That is what I do. It's a great reminder for me to show up as the woman that I want to become, or the woman that I already am. And it's just time and energy in between me and her. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.